Hey everyone, welcome back to part 7 of Mummy Berserker. I'm Ultraviolent 4 and we are currently in the Elven halls. We're on Elf 1. At the end of the last episode we did a Wiz Lab, which you can see the empty arch over there. It was Sigatuvi's Fleshworks, which is not great for this character because part of the loot is that you get millions of mutation potions, which are utterly useless for us. But it wasn't a complete waste because we ended up with 5 scrolls of summoning, which is great. They're really strong at all parts of the game, really. It's shadow creatures, so it always scales depending on where you are. So that's a great pickup that we had. Still have not managed to find any RF though, which is actually partly what we're trying to do here, because we're going to meet a lot of fire themed enemies in vaults. So if we could get some other source of RF here in Elf before we do vaults, I'll be very happy. Another thing is that I've decided to wear our ring of protection from magic. That's giving us a 3rd pip of MR so that we don't need to use Trog's hand to avoid being banished, because I would really like to get some different weapons. I don't know, we might end up doing, I think we'll probably end up doing Hall of Blades, but Trog has not been very forthcoming in his god gifts. Yeah, look at that. A spear, a quarterstaff, and a glowing hunting sling, and then a ruined mace. So yeah, not too impressive there, Trog, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. I mean, our Demon Whip of Venom is still a perfectly serviceable weapon. Doesn't work so well against these dancing weapons though, because they're immune to poison. But against the elves it's fine. But still, if we could get, what would be good? If we could get some sort of vamp weapon, that'd be good. I don't know. It's oh, so here's a demonologist. A 2% chance of banishment. I think I'm okay with that. If we got 2%, it would be really unlucky. Alright, let's keep backing up. I'm using this choke point here to fight these enemies one at a time, and they're dumb enough to just line up rather than stepping through. This guy's got lightning. Yeah, it's alright. He was nearly dead. We have several sources of Aralek. It's on this ring, and it's also on the trident. Oh yeah, right. I should be using the hand crossbow to shoot stuff from range. Yeah, okay. If I remember to use it properly, some of these long hallways in Elf, like this, are actually perfect for a penetration crossbow, because we can shoot through all of them. That guy blinked out of the firing range. He was smart. Actually, it's not so good against deep elf archers, because you see there in the description they repel missiles. So I'm just going to switch back. We have reflection, so they're going to kill themselves if they keep shooting arrows. That is a long sword of Holy Wrath. Okay. Again, the elves were too clever. Oh wait, a longsword of Holy Wrath, that's terrifying. Okay, we're actually almost half dead too. I'm afraid enough that I'm gonna make a brother-in-arms. Okay. And I really need him to take down the Holy Wrath sword. Yep, good. Okay. It didn't sink in for a moment, and then I remembered, hang on, we're undead. Holy Wrath is gonna hurt. Yep. And it really hurts. I remember I had a promising turn count speedrun. It was a demon spawn, and I was just casually fighting it was a ghost in Spider 4 that had a bardish of chaos, and it rolled Holy Wrath and then basically did most of my HP in one turn, and then I ended up dying. It was really nasty. Anyway, Elf 2. This is where Hall of Blades is. I'll still leave it for last. I wonder if elementals can open doors. That didn't tell us. We're convulsing. He has a longsword of Holy Wrath too. That's right, he's nearly dead. Hey, Trog granted us a weapon. It's a rune evening star. I'm going to ID it because there is a chance that this is distortion. It's an evening star of freezing. Okay, this is a really good weapon. So, freezing is a perfectly fine brand for an evening star. Yeah, it's a heavier weapon. So the difference is between a demon whip and an evening star is that an evening star is slower but has a higher base damage. So it's better against heavily armored enemies. Whereas the demon whip is better against lightly armored enemies and is especially good with flat brands such as Elec or say Pain. Yeah, but anyway, an Evening Star of Freezing is a perfectly good weapon, such that, no, I won't brand weapon yet, but it gives us a backup for when and if we want to brand weapon our Demon Whip. The thing is, an Evening Star requires more training, so we need 16 skill points of maces and flails to use it at Mindalay, whereas we only have 14. You know what, I'm just going to turn that on. Let's just take that to 16. Let's just use the Evening Star. And then we can, once we get to 16, we can then brand weapon the Demon Whip and hope that we pull out, say, a Lek or something. I'm kind of thinking it's potentially a waste. I'll train the 2 extra skill points of maces and flails, and then we brand weapon and go, amazing, it's Elec, so now we don't need the Evening Star. Alright, so let's do it now. What's the worst that could happen? We could roll protection on the Demon Whip, would be pretty bad. Yeah. I was about to say you only live once, but we're undead, so we're sort of testament to the fact that that's not quite true. Well, you only live and unlive once. Let's brand weapon the Demon Whip. It's freezing. Okay, so that's a downgrade, I would say. Freezing is a percentage-based brand, so it's fine on an Evening Star that has higher base damage. Not so impressive on a Demon Whip that's relying on being fast. Alright. Well, I guess that means we're potentially switching to the Evening Star. There's no other brand weapon? Yeah, okay. Alright, back to Elf 2. Oh, wow, that's a stair. Habit of Flaming. Not too bad. We'll get in this hallway. We can shoot through all these things again. Let's not go down that one. What are we trying? We had auto pickup off for some reason. Let's pick a new one. China Venom is fine. That is a Guardian Serpent, which is very interesting. That's got to be a shapeshifter, I imagine. We're in a hallway, so it's not that bad if we get blinked on right now. I think we killed the Invis guy. Nice, with penetration bolts. It's pretty sick. That's a very busy room, so I'm again going to go down the hallway here and just set up for penetration. Even shooting through all the lost souls there. This is a perfect example of why penetration is good actually, because we're shooting through the summon to actually hit the summoner behind. So that we keep missing. In theory, that's a good example of it. We are getting destroyed by this dire flail of protection. It's got too much AC for the Demon Whip to do anything against. So the Evening Star would be a much better weapon against this dire flail. But at this point that we're nearly dying, I'm tempted to make a bro in arms. I could also, how about I just make a box of beasts? Okay, that's not gonna do it. Where again? Alright, we got a better box, a better beast that time. And if we Ice Blast, yeah, okay. Ice Blast is partially irresistible, so even though the dancing weapon doesn't care too much about cold damage, it's always gonna hurt it. Okay. I wasn't actually reading, but I suspect that the reflection is actually what got the result there, rather than my own shots. So satisfying. Shooting down the whole line, I completely missed. We have clouds as well, don't we? Yeah, I should remember that. That's going to be really useful in Elf 3. Come back. Blinking L's is so annoying. Interesting. Seeing a high priest, orc high priest, along with a bunch of things on the ground here. Another one. This looks like some sort of vault. I don't recognize it, but I wonder if this is going to be Saint Roker or something like that. Oh, here's a boggart. Oh, I know what it is. It's a bunch of summoner monsters. Oh, I picked a bad hallway to go down. That was unexplored. When I opened that, who knows what could have been in there. This is another really good penetration spot. I like how the boggart is summoning elves who are summoning more stuff. I think the boggart is down here. Yep. There we go. A mummy priest? Yeah, okay. Oh, I know this vault now. Yeah, it just has a bunch of priests in it. So the mummy priest can torment you. It's actually quite scary if you weren't immune to torment, as we happen to be. As we get death cursed. It's got mages and priests. So there's a vampire mage. Yeah, this is quite a dangerous vault. Anything with torment. Oh, scroll of requirement. If you don't respect, can be nasty. Alright, scroll of requirement. So I'm trying to remember what we did last time. I think I went for armor, because our armor is still kind of meh. Or did I do jewelry? It's probably between the two. We either try to upgrade, say, our plain boots, our plain cloak, get some artifact shield, or we make the jewelry play. Or the other option is actually, I feel like we're fairly sorted for the elf. There's nothing that we are in dire need of right now, except maybe RF, but even that's not too important here in elf. I think the play is to finish elf 3, see what loot we find, if any, as in anything useful. It's not just millions of books. And then we make a decision. Because if I was going jewelry, I'd be hoping for RF, but maybe we'll find some sweet RF stuff. Or maybe we'll find a whole bunch of artifact armor in there. So, let's wait and see. We'll delay some gratification. And maybe it will be extremely delayed because I'll forget about it. Wouldn't be the first time. I'm gonna ID this steaming longsword. It has the ability to go invis on it, and it has RF++. I'm carrying around a trident for RF, but maybe RF++ would be better. If the MR- matters, we can always Trog's hand. Yeah, okay. I think that's better than the trident. So this is the longsword Whaley. And if nothing else, if we do have to use the longsword, we can kind of riposte with it, maybe. Yeah. Because maces and flails don't cross-chain with polearms, so we're 0 skill for both of these. Nice, we're getting more books. This is great. Excellent. Here's our Hall of Blades. We did find an Evening Star, so I could ignore this and just say the Evening Star that we have is fine. I don't mind. Maybe we'll find an Evening Star of Elec or something like that, or Vamp. We won't ever find a a demon whip. There are never demon weapons in here. Let's check. Longsword of Drain, that's fine. I'm mostly checking for Holy Wrath. I feel like the amount of damage that I took just then walking back up to the hallway here, I feel was not worth it. Flare the protection. Oh, we also picked up another artifact longsword. Let's ID that too. Speed and RN plus. That would be really good if you were a longsword user. Scimitar of speed. But we are not. I'm being wary every time one of these mages shows that they have lightning bolt. Here's Asterion. Okay, so I lied to you. I said the Hall of Blades never has demon weapons, and then right here is the proof that that is not true, because if you roll a unique with a demon weapon in there, it technically has a demon weapon. Alright, so Asterion you should not underestimate. He hits quite hard, 35 damage, plus his weapon, which is it's always a good demon weapon, and then gore you for another 20. That's a lot of raw damage on its own. He then hastes himself. He then often makes greater servants, including potentially executioners, and then can major destruction you. So he is always a threat. What have we got? I am thinking that we File of Floods him, because I never ever use my evocables, because I always forget. And then let's make one bro. And then I suspect that this might be enough. I'm also going to shoot him as he approaches. And yeah, again, I'm using dots, so if I miss, I don't accidentally shoot my friends behind. I'm scared. We have blinking. We have 3 swirls of blinking. What if we just... I definitely don't want to use the Lamp of Fire to make an angry ogre. Let's make one more bro. I'm going to step behind that. Alright, got him. Alright, so we did get there. And I'm going to start backing off because we're quite hurt and there's a lot of stuff running in. I should put Trog's hand on. I'm being really greedy and not... Hey, here's an Evening Star. Evening Star of Flaming. Alright. So, not quite the elect I was after. But with Trog's hand, the point I was trying to make is you should not be greedy. When you have situations where you're taking damage and they're non-trivial, as this one is right now, you should put Trog's hand on. And actually, I don't know why I'm not just shooting down the line and getting all of them. And actually, this Evening Star of Flaming really hurts. Let's put Trog's hand on again. Okay. Dropping quite low there. I was not actually afraid that the Evening Star was going to kill us, but it looked a bit gnarly. It's a +4 Evening Star. Well, these are equivalent in terms of flaming and freezing. Their bonus damage is the same. Various things are resistant or not, but for most intents and purposes, freezing and flaming is equivalent on an Evening Star, whereas this one is +4. So I think that will become the one that I'll use. I don't know. There are some other bonuses, such as freezing slowing things is good too. But yeah, I don't know. Oh no, he's making Tarantellas. Alright, get back. This is so scary. I'm gonna paralyze it. Okay. And then we can shoot through the paralyzed one to try to hit the elf behind. Yeah, okay. I should have a force more for Tarantella for sure. That was really scary and I didn't recognize the danger immediately. Got a broad axe of Elec. Happy days if you're a axe user. I am going to put on our elect ring instead of protection from magic against this weapon. Note that our int drops to 3, so we need to be a bit careful here. Okay, good. Let's take it off. The reason I need to be a bit careful is because if elves show up who can summon Necrosex, they can drain your int. This is a Zot trap. Oh, I should not have run in. What have we got? Draining, Venom, Halberd Protection. These ones aren't too bad. Running back to the hallway. Okay, apparently it's fine. And then we'll shoot down the line. Okay. That's our premium weapon here. There's usually one really rare weapon that you get in here. I think that's how it works. So triple sword, bardiche, sometimes a quick blade. I don't know if evening star counts. Maybe. Short sword of distortion. Alright, that needs to die. I don't want to get abyssed. How do we deal with that? Probably the same way we deal with everything. Make a brother in arms. Alright, well, we got teleported, that's okay. It ran past our bro before our bro could kill it, so we risked a couple of banishes there. Not punished. I like to read my magic mapping on Elf 3. Should I? We only have 3 in total. That's really not many. I'll wait. Okay, so we need to try to be on the lookout for the end vault, so we don't just run in. I don't like this. This guy's going pretty crazy with his summons. How's our skills going? Wow. Yeah, Mummy skills. I was thinking, you know, I'll turn maces and flails on. We'll take it from 14 to 16. It won't take very long. It's only 2 skill points. No, mummies are so slow. I forgot. Oh well. How about, I'm going to make a skill target for dodging at 10. And this is probably all fine. We do want fighting to go forever. I think we maybe don't need to focus it anymore now that we've got it up to 19.4. If we have a look at the relative costs, wow, it's similar to maces and flails because of the aptitude difference. But as for these other things we're training, armor dodging, etc., you see here that fighting is much more costly right now. Even if you don't understand what exactly the numbers mean, I'm sure you can tell 33 is a bigger number than 8. I'm not sure I totally understand them myself. I mean, I kind of do. If I sit there and think about it, I understand it. But if I try to explain it to you, I probably would do a terrible job. Which is actually probably an argument that I don't understand it. Anyway, this is a bright green cloak. I like the purple better. This definitely looks like Saint Rico. There he is. Alright. He does not see invis. Also, what I might do, actually, is just shoot our lamp of fire down this corridor. And then he's going to be burning out to it. It's really not going down. There we go. He has a glowing chainmail. It's never going to be better than our plate armor of RF. Look at this. This is the evocable episode. This might be more evocables in this one episode than I've ever used in an entire playthrough before. I did a file of floods. I did a lamp of fire. I did some box of beasts. It's amazing. I'm reformed. That really hurt. What was that? shard of ice. Okay. And I think this guy had a lek. I don't know if I imagined it, but just in case, I got off the wall to not be double zapped. I'm seeing stone walls. That's a good indication of the end vault. No, it's just some random fire pit. Fair enough. And it's spreading. No! Water nymph in elf, question mark? Yeah, it's a shapeshifter. Whenever you see something like that really does not belong, it's going to be a shapeshifter. Here's a bookshop that has a bunch of books that are really, really good if you're allowed to cast spells. I see Lightning Spire, I see Application, I see Blink, I see Regen, Spectral Weapon. That's an amazing bookshop. Warped Great Sword. I'm not going to have a look at that one because we can't use a great sword with a shield. So it doesn't matter what resistances that has, I don't care. Let's put our plate armor up to +8. Trog granted as ammo. These elves seem like they're picking up gear. That guy had an artifact sword and a scroll of enchant armor. Alright, the Aralek hurts. Aralek really hurts. Guy just hit us 3 times. Dodging to 6. Here's our end vault for sure. I see stone walls again, and we see a couple of dangerous elves. So I'm gonna back up. And we get trapped, but that's not a huge deal. We don't have digging, so maybe it is kind of a big deal, but not really. Because we have penetration, I can just shoot the elementalist through all his elementals. Good. And round 2. Probably should run back in the hallway. He can then blow it open, but he might not. There's another one. 3 elementals in a row. He's going for fireball. Alright, if you could die, thank you. That would be great. Here's an Annihilator. You need to respect those at all time. It can do 102 damage, crystal spears. And that's in addition to double zapping you with lightning bolts. Good. Oh boy. Let's get away from this. This is actually quite dangerous. The Balrog is fast, and he has Bolt of Fire and Fireball and Sticky Flame, and we have no RF. So, we can't haste away from him either. We're just going to keep running for the stairs. I'm taking this slowly because if we get fireballed for half our HP, we probably need to read a scroll of blinking. That one missed. That fireball hurt. Well, it's alright, we're at the stairs, we can go back up. Alright. He was mostly content just to chase us rather than kill us. That was some nice mercy there. Before that happened, I was just thinking, we have to be really afraid of demonologists because they can make Sitsimals. And those have Dispel Undead. So if that happens, we're in trouble. There's traps everywhere. Maybe I'm just really cognizant of it because we saw one in there. But there's a Zot trap in Hall of Blades, there's another one here. Oh, right. Okay. The Sun Demon really hurts when you have no RF. Alright. The Annihilator just dropped us to 105 HP and a Crystal Spear is 102. So at this point we need to start panicking. We have No scrolls of silence, so if he did whack us for 100 damage, we'd have to blink, and this isn't a good blink spot. I'm gonna walk backwards, taking this real slow. Okay, because we could be too short. We're even on 102 damage right now. I'm gonna make a bro in arms. It will hopefully just finish this. Yeah, thank you. Master Archer. We have reflection, so I don't mind. It's gonna kill himself. That was a very good demonstration though of why you need to always respect Annihilators. There were a couple of turns there where he could have killed us, and you might think, hey Ultra, you have AC, so you have some guaranteed damage resistance. No. I've seen very good players make this mistake. Guaranteed damage resistance only applies to physical attacks. You can roll 0 rolls on AC against spells, no matter what armor you're wearing or how much AC you have. Trog gave us a weapon. It's an ancient hand crossbow. Alright, we're gonna check that out. Okay. I'm really afraid of this right now. So much so that I'm gonna throw on a Trog's hand. And then maybe we'll fight. Alright, we're okay. Now let's ID this hand crossbow. RF plus, RN plus, MR plus, Dex plus 2. Alright. So this is the RF that's now going to replace the longsword. Yep. Okay, this is good. This is a way to get RF that actually lets us fight properly because we can shoot bolts. It's obviously not as good as a general weapon as a +8 hand crossbow penetration is, but the resistances are nice. It's even got MR on it. Not that we need that. I note that our normal MR has gone... Oh, because... Wait, no, it's gone up to 4. I didn't know this, but it seems... Oh no, because we still got Trog's hand up. Alright, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm doubly an idiot. Oh no. I've just realized that this whole time I haven't had our protection from Magic Ring on. Oh boy. So, all of those Demonologists that we just fought and the Sorcerer could have all banished us with, I think, about 8% chance. Something around there. So, not punished, but that was bad. That's a C invis ring. Alright, that's nice to have too. Jeez. Alright, so we dropped our sword. We've got the new hand crossbow if we need RF. Okay, good. So if nothing else, we have found RF here doing elf. I mean, that's kind of cheating because Trog gifted us the weapon, but the same. We were in elf at the time. This was really cool actually. So I don't know if you noticed what happened there, but this deep elf made a restless soul, and if you kill a monster with a restless soul around, it makes a new copy of that monster. But what happened is, because we had the penetration bolt, the bolt went through the lost soul, killed it first, then kept going, and then killed the death mage, which is great. An artifact ring. It's got random telly on it, so no thank you. I want to X out this end vault. A lot of the elves have been kind of streaming out already, so I suspect that we fought many of the dangerous ones. Alright, yeah. So there wasn't much of the level first. But you still want to leave the end vault for last if you can. I'm going to yell a bit. Yeah, see, there's still things here. Deep Elf Blade Master. What has he got? 2 rapiers. Okay, he's not too scary. Where is he? If I'm really afraid, I'll just throw down a Wand of Clouds. His issue is that he's really evasive, so he's hard to hit. They're also really fast. Okay, good. Having a shield really helps. We definitely have our protection from Magic Ring on. confirmed. Here's a Brimstone Fiend. Normally you would be extremely afraid of this, because it could torment you, but we're immune to torment, so we do really care about the Hurl Damnation, but he's not going to shoot it and shoot his own summoner. So as long as we're standing next to all those other elves, it's okay. This is kind of getting out of hand right now. Let's throw in a Trog's hand. He's started making lost souls, so as we kill things, they're gonna start coming alive again. Yeah, okay, this is too much right now. I'm gonna teleport. It was some really good teamwork by the elves here. The elementalists boxed us in with these earth elementals, and then they've sort of pinned us in here. The death mage kept himself alive. You see here he became a ghostly version, and then we've got a trident of freezing that's reaching over the elves. It's too much. Let's go. If we weren't pinned in against these earth elementals, I would consider throwing down. There we go. Throwing down our Wand of Clouds, but the fact that we can't run from it is too scary. Alright, he's made an Executioner. Fiend again doesn't matter too much. It's just the Executioner. It's where, again, penetration shining. That really hurt. That was a Crystal Spear. Alright. Let's not take another one. Good. Really wish we had some sort of anti-magic weapon. Trog has not been forthcoming with those. The elementals are kind of helping us here because they're blocking crystal spears. He can shoot lightning bolts through them. Oh, that was a bolt of fire. Okay, we could die now. At this point. So, yeah. The Annihilator could blink and kill us with a crystal spear. So I think it's time to panic. Let's read a scroll of blinking. And let's get back to the stairs. Too scary. You need to remember that the Annihilators have blink. So even if they're not in a position to crystal spear you immediately, they could blink and get you. I'm really quite afraid of this. I don't know, I was being greedy. I was trying to stab pull the Elementalist up, but then the Annihilator came with us instead. And then we were fighting him on 125 HP, which is a bit scary. What did Trog give us something there? No, he just appreciated killing a nerd. And then I saw there was an artifact weapon. Okay. Another RF item. Rings of magical power we care not for. The only way that might make sense is if we were also using Guardian Spirit. I think we've seen 3 Master Archers, which is quite a lot. It's ID. There is the Guardian Spirit. I think I would prefer just to have +4 reflection than Guardian Spirit, but there's an argument to be made for having 23 extra HP, as well as some extra regen. I don't know. I feel okay with reflection. Did I kill him? No. Okay, so he's made Lost Souls, but he's already a ghostly version. So that's a bit of a blunder, because they're not going to help him Once the monsters become ghostly, they're not going to go on forever. I think we're about done here. I see we're getting more paralysis. Ooh. Okay, the Amulet of Air. So it's an inaccuracy one, which isn't great, but it gives you Arlek, EV plus 5, and a passive repel missiles. I think that's maybe worth using. Let's see. We got some new rings to try on. We gotta make some space. Ring of Ice we don't care for. If nothing else, I'm gonna carry that Amulet of the Air around. In a pinch to get Arlek, I think I'd rather have that than the ring that gives us int -4, because that's kind of a scary ring under some circumstances. And I don't know, we might switch to the Amulet of Air. Maybe. Let's check these gloves. +1 gloves of strength, as opposed to +2 gloves of dex. Does this change our EV? 11, 11. No, it doesn't. So it's 1 extra AC. Yeah. See, the reason I tend to prefer strength gloves over dex gloves, because extra strength is additional damage, but I don't know. The extra AC on the dex ones makes me think that we'll use those for the moment. Manual of axes. Bummer. We get even more box of beasts. Hey look, some artifact shoes. See, I wasn't crazy. I said maybe we'd get artifact armor of all types. It's minus telly. Okay, never mind. I don't care how pretty the shoes are. If it has minus telly and I'm not a formicid, it's not happening. Self of Air. That's the one that I was looking for because it gives us Arlek, but we've figured out Arlek for the moment. And let's test this glowing hand crossbow. It's freezing. Not too exciting. Even more box of beasts. Okay, really got to remember to use them. And it looks like it's mostly books. Alright. So we didn't get a bunch of actually useful armors. So I think that means for our requirement we're gonna go armor. Because again, the main thing that I wanted out of jewelry would have been RF. And we did find a means of RF on a hand crossbow. So yeah. Let's get an artifact of large shield. Have we seen any large shields? No, not one. Alright, artifact large shield, let's go. Fine gloves, not quite the same, but... Ooh. Okay, so these gloves give us additional regen. They give us RC plus, MP plus 9, and strength minus 5. So it's significantly more AC. Oh no, it's only 1, right. But we'd be getting more RC, which we don't care too much about. But we'd get... Yeah, MP plus 9 doesn't matter much either. And regen. This is basically, do we want to trade the dex and 5 strength for regen and 1 AC? I kind of think maybe not. Strength minus 5 is probably... I don't know the exact math, but I feel like it's roughly 2 slaying, maybe. It certainly would be 1 slaying. So yeah, we'll stick with the dex gloves. Strength minus 5 is a bit of a bummer. If this had something else that... If this had RF, for instance, I would insta put those on. But yeah, the RC, the MP plus 9, neither of those is really that exciting. Yeah, okay. Time to go do vaults. We need to know that there are vault sentinels. Let's see. So even with our 3 points of MR, it's a 9% chance to get us. What would we do? Well, we should definitely have our ring of protection on. Let's get 5 extra AC for free. Yeah, I'm okay just having the 3rd point of MR rather than having 3 evasion. Okay, if I really wanted to make sure we didn't get marked, could have put on Trog's hand. Alright, so there's only a 1% chance for the paralyze on the Ogre Mage. Not too worried. The main thing that we're going to have to watch out for here is probably actually fire themed monsters. So I need to switch to the RF hand crossbow if I see one. Here, the fire giant. So let's do that. Let's switch to, what letter is it on? Put it on something more useful. Oh yeah, we have Scrolls of Torment. Yeah, I should remember that. We could have used that in Elf. That would have been really, really good. Anyway, so let's get a point of RF. And then we'll shoot the fire giant as he approaches. And I guess as he gets on top of us. Alright, got there. So that works. You're going to get reflected to death. I think it's very likely that I'll ultimately switch to the Amulet of Air. Inaccuracy sounds really bad because you think of the early game when you get inaccuracy items, but it's actually not that big a deal once you have a lot of weapon skill. So it makes it not a horrible idea to actually train past your Mindalay, but say you have 16 skill, which is where our Evening Star is going to stop. It's not too much of a penalty to be inaccurate at that point. Certainly not like it is at the start of the game where you put on your cursed Amulet of Inaccuracy and then you just can't hit anything. And well, then in exchange we'll get permanent Aralek, EVE plus 5, which is really good, and then permanent Repel Missiles, which is also really good. But I think I would like to get a bit more weapon skill first, at least 16, but maybe even up to 18 will be our ultimate goal. I keep messing it up. Protection from magic ring on. Yeah. I'm actually just going to drop that +3 ring of evasion because it has screwed with me so many times. Where I keep accidentally putting it on. And why is there an invis monster in every new room? We're getting some real ring switching action going on. Here's a fire crab. Let's switch to our RF hand crossbow. Yeah, it wasn't really a fire crab, it was a lie. There's a fire dragon. Let's switch again. They can't open doors, so if I didn't have RF here, I would just close this door and then go away. He still really hurt us. Imagine if we were taking double damage from those bolts, we'd be nearly dead. We're not afraid of ugly things anymore. We very comfortably fight those. We've got 37 AC and 21 shield. So this character's defenses are really strong. Don't like that room. A bunch of scary things and then boggets. Okay. Just wanted to get a bit of AoE value because I want to kill the Annihilator, but I also really wanted to kill the boggett before he was getting out of hand. And now we'll try and get the Annihilator through the orc. Yes. Penetration for the win. They're all in a line. Look at this. Oh baby, a triple. Alright, Trog gave us a Vestibular. Thanks, Trog. But we switched out of slings. Sphinx, let's check it. Only 2% chance to paralyze us, so that's fine. We won't throw on Trog's hand. There's an Orc Warrior up there with Distortion, so we're going to focus him with our bolts. This room is being crazy. What's going on in there? Things just keep coming. I'm being bad. I'm running across. I figured this room surely it's got to be finished now. Surely, but no. There's more stuff. So I was just running across the unexplored to get to them. Very bad. Much better to make ranged enemies come to you. Much better to make every enemy come to you. Getting cocky. Alright. That guy, the Vault Warden, is likely to lock us in here. So I'm gonna. Yeah, we made it through the door. If we could get all the way back to somewhere where we could shoot them from one at a time, maybe like this. There aren't any great hallways in here. Alright, this works. I'm gonna go for the Vault Warden first. Okay, good. I probably should, yeah, be penetrating. Unseen horror number 4 or 5. Oh boy, he had lightning bolts. He only chose to show it right at the end there. Alright. Get locked in. Let's get back in our little hidey hole. Hidey hole. Good. Crossbows to 9. We're very nearly at our min delay, which is 10. Oh, right. If we're going in accuracy, we might want some more crossbows as well. I forgot. Actually, 10 crossbows is not very high as a skill, so it will probably still be very inaccurate. Huh. So maybe we won't go Amulet of the Air. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I mean, as a permanent item. Is that happening again? Is this the 6th one? No, it's a Shadow Wraith. But I'm getting tempted to make a macro to switch to our C Invis Ring and back. Because the amount of Invis enemies in here is making me go nuts. I don't want to switch rings this much. Oh, right, shop. None of this stuff really appeals to us. Fire Dragon, that means Immortization. I don't know what that is. It's the hand crossbow of Immortization. Oh, what am I doing? Keep the hand crossbow on. Are they boots? Yeah. I should be testing this too. I keep forgetting. Alright, because we don't have boots, so maybe these look cool. They're black. No, I like the blue and white better. Okay, never mind. Alright, that's it for Vaults 1. Check out Vaults 2. Grab this gold. And then that's going to be it for the episode. So if you join me in the next one, we'll try to finish off Vaults before we head into Depths. See you later.